Hey, welcome back, you beautiful people, to another episode on the MUGZY Show, and we got some movie news and updates to talk about from this past weekend. So what we have lined up for today is the box office numbers, Edge of Tomorrow sequel, bad CGI for The Flash, and the Hulk is back. And remember, if you ever want to skip to any of these topics, we got timestamps in the description. Let's get right into it. So let's talk about the box office numbers for this weekend. Coming in at number 5 is Little Mermaid at $11.6 million for the domestic box office, and worldwide at $489 million. After that, got Rise of the Beast dropping down another spot, domestic box office at $20.7 million, worldwide at $275 million. After that, you got Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse. Now, this actually made a good run and almost took the second spot again at $27.8 million for the domestic box office and $480 million worldwide. Next, you got The Elementals at $29.5 million for the domestic box office and worldwide at $44.5 million. Now, everyone's saying that this movie was considered a flop because it didn't do what it was projected to do, and that's not too great for Pixar. And taking the number 1 spot is The Flash at $55.7 million for the domestic box office and worldwide at $130 million. And guys, these numbers are not great. It is considered a box office flop. It didn't even beat Black Adam in the domestic box office for the opening weekend, and that's not looking too good. So those are your recent box office numbers, but let me know in the comment section, why do you think The Flash flopped this past weekend? Now, speaking of The Flash, let's talk about the bad CGI being done on purpose. Now, there was a lot of mixed reactions about The Flash, people really loving the story, but they couldn't get by the CGI and it had more of a clay effect, and they didn't understand why they went that route. Well, Andy Muschietti defends the CGI for The Flash and saying it was intentional. Now, with a recent interview with IO9, he talks about the CGI and a certain scene in the film. Possible spoilers. So he says, we are in the perspective of The Flash. Everything is distorted in terms of lights and textures. We entered the water world, which is basically being in Barry's POV. It was part of the design, so if it looks a little weird to you, that was intended. So there's a lot of people that are disappointed with the CGI and thinking that Andy Muschietti is using this for an excuse. Now, with my honest opinion, I feel like it makes sense when it comes to the POV of Barry Allen, but there's parts of the movie where it's like, well, it doesn't make sense because it wasn't really his POV. It was just kind of us watching the film, and the CGI didn't look too great. But you know what? For me, it's all about the story. Yeah, the CGI does kind of ruin it for me a little bit, but it doesn't completely just mess up my movie experience. But hey, everyone's different, and I can't change their mind. They can't change my mind, and no one's right or wrong. It just really is about your opinion and how you feel about the film. But guys, let me know in the comment section how you felt about the CGI and what Andy Muschietti said about it. Now let's talk about the Edge of Tomorrow sequel. So Edge of Tomorrow was released in 2014, a science fiction film. Blunt starred alongside Tom Cruise, where they find a new ability to time loop and defeat the aliens in the first film. Now, Emily Blunt was recently interviewed about a possible sequel, and she says, well, I would love to do another one. I don't know when, I don't know how, but I will love it. I don't know if my back could take it. Now, there's been a few updates already about this film. It's in pre-production for a few years now, and director Lyman would come back and work on the sequel as well, and even had a sequel title called Live, Die, Repeat, and Repeat. So there you go, guys. That is the recent update for the Edge of Tomorrow sequel and how Emily Blunt feels about doing another one with Tom Cruise. Now, I can't believe this film came out in 2014. It's been a long time, but man, it's just the way that film looked. I feel like it was ahead of its time. It looked great. The CGI was amazing, and Tom Cruise and Emily Blunt worked together, and I love the whole time loop powers that they had in this film. It was awesome. And of course, it was just like a game, right? You put another quarter in the machine, you get another life. That's what it felt like, and it was fun to watch for sure. But guys, let me know in the comment section how you feel about an Edge of Tomorrow sequel, if you would love to see Emily Blunt and Tom Cruise return. And this is the last topic for the video, and ladies and gentlemen, the Hulk is back. Now, the last solo Hulk film we had was in 2008, starring Edward Norton. Now, this film was technically the second film for the MCU Phase 1. Now, for those who don't know, Universal had the rights for the Hulk, but was never planning to make a sequel. They kind of put everything on the MCU, but that's why the MCU went the limited role for the Hulk, because Universal would have profit on the majority sales. So it has been reported Universal's 15-year deal for the Hulk has expired and all the rights have went back to Marvel. And that's why the Incredible Hulk film is on Disney Plus now. Now, this is awesome to hear that the Incredible Hulk is back with Marvel and now they can finally do a true sequel. And I think it's starting to make more sense, especially at the end of She-Hulk. For those who haven't seen it, spoiler alert, he had his son Scar, and a lot of people were like, wait a second, what's going on? Are they gonna make a solo film? Are they doing the World War Hulk? And it's kind of making sense now. It's all coming together why they did that, because they are planning to make a film for the Hulk. But guys, let me know in the comment section how you feel about the Incredible Hulk coming back with Marvel and with a possible sequel in the future. So there you go, guys. That is the movie updates for this past weekend. Let me know in the comment section how you feel about any of these updates. And remember, if you want to help the channel grow, do me a huge favor. Drop a like, subscribe, and have that bell on for more movie updates, movie reviews, and trailer reactions. I will catch you in the next one. You guys take care. Much love. Peace out.